That was great. So next up is Sean McGillicuddy, Vice President of Sales for TIA Software. Take it away, Sean. It's right there.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for your time this morning. For anybody who doesn't know who TIA Software is, we're a TMS provider exclusively dedicated to freight brokers. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about a tool we added to the TMS this past year called workflow automation. Workflow automation is something that allows a freight broker to build their own automations the interface is inside the TMS. So with a non-technical user, you can build out your own automations that suit your business needs. Now, automation can be a little bit of a buzzword. So just so you know, we do believe at TIA that an automation needs to have practical, everyday application. It needs to be able to produce tangible results. And if it's going to get usage, we think it needs to be very user-friendly in order to use it. So we created a system that allows you to, I'm going to set up a scenario just to give you a real-life example of this. Let's say you're a freight broker, you've got a sales rep who's out in the field. They've won an opportunity with a pretty large shipper who does about 50 spot quotes a day. Now, we're going to be number 4 on their list, right? So we're not going to see all 50, but we want all 50 eventually. So what we're going to do is we're going to be number 4 on the list, and we want to set up the shipper to go to our top customer rep, and we want the top customer rep to go to our pricing specialist. Pricing specialist will give us the best rate possible, and then when we win the shipment, we want it to go to our top carrier rep team, right? So we want to make sure that we take really good care of this customer. We don't want to blow this opportunity. So, for example, when the day starts to break down, and this is a pretty common scenario where you're passing a shipment around to your different departments, but when the day starts to break down, each one of these lines is an opportunity for human error. So, for example, what if the customer rep doesn't see the email in time, and now they're taking too long to respond with the quote request? And even worse, they could kick it over to the wrong carrier rep, and now they're posting it on the load board, and it's getting caught with a carrier that we don't really know, we don't really have a trusted relationship with. So what TIA did is we created a platform that allows a broker to go in with a simple set of triggers and filters that when put together, they can produce specific automated actions. So let's take a look at what that scenario might look like. So here, if I want to automate each one of those lines, this is just one of the automations. For this shipment, I have a trigger, and then I've got a filter for this specific customer. And when it's a truckload shipment, and that truckload shipment reaches committed status, I want this to automatically get kicked over to my top carrier rep team. So that's just one of my orange lines being automated. But if we automated each aspect of what I showed you, this is what it would feel like inside of TIA. Instead of somebody potentially missing the email, that email is automatically going to get pulled into the TMS and built through our email integration. So we don't even have to touch it. And that's native to TIA. So you can see the email there on the side, and the shipment has been built off of that email. So then from there, we can kick it over to that pricing specialist, and we could actually automatically put a price on it for you that they can just verify, and then it'll automatically move into quoted status, and we can automate an email going back to that shipper. So instead of the potential of missing that quote opportunity, instead, we just got a quote back to them within like a couple minutes without anybody really having to touch it at all, maybe just one person verifying that the price looks accurate. Then all of those automations, along with the email chain, live inside of the activity log. So if you ever need to track how those automations are working, or you need to go back and look at the email chain from where this whole shipment started, it all lives inside the shipment profile in the TMS, all native to TIA. So once the customer accepts that quote, and you can see in the body of the email, they can accept the quote from there, it moves into a committed status, and the automation that I showed you allows that shipment to automatically create a task for the top carrier rep team. So, and they're aware of the situation. They know we got to kill it on this with this customer in order to get all 50 of those spot quotes eventually, right? So it moved into a committed status. They have it. They bring it over into our, into our truckload quoting page, which I like to call our broker battle station, because it allows, we have all of our rate intelligence tools at the top of the screen. We've got our entire carrier network at the bottom. We can communicate with those carriers right from one screen. We could post out onto the load boards or use a capacity tool in order to get those shipments covered. So we collect all our quotes on this one screen, select the best rate, and now ideally we're also increasing our margin while bringing automation to the entire process. So we had a customer that actually applied this methodology to their system. Earlier this year, they retrained their team on how to use this automation and how to use this page, and they were able to double their freight bookings per person per day while increasing their margin, because they were no longer running around trying to, the day wasn't breaking down and they weren't getting too busy. Instead, they were automating the process, and it was getting the right people very quickly, and it was getting the best price possible because they had all their tools at their disposal. Now, don't take it from me. I'm just going to play a quick video of what our customers have to say about us.
Our operation in terms of scalability, we've grown at a very rapid rate.
One of the things that I enjoy about TIA being able to crawl the emails, to build loads, to automate, to send out notifications across the board.
They've got great connections with the relevant technologies in the space, and if they don't have it, they're willing to roll up their sleeves and work with the companies to get it done.
We've got the ability within one platform to keep our transactions all in one system.
I've used 5 other TMS systems, and then TIA kills them all. When we made the switch to TIA, it became so much more functional. It allowed us to grow quite a bit. $1 million company when we started with them to $20 million now.
Besides lowering our cost, they have the greatest customer service. We're very happy with them. I recommend them.
So that was just one scenario that I gave you, but there's thousands of examples of automation depending on your unique needs. I'd love to talk more about it. We're right out on the left-hand side here. Thank you.